This is the worst fire fatality that we've had in the city of Las Vegas since the inception of the fire department.
My eyes were watering. I was getting very weak, like I was about to fall.
Me and another neighbor, we ran over there and to the south side and seen people hanging out from the third floor and the second floor, really trying to get out.
But losing pets and possibly your entire apartment, you can't get that out of your head. You're scarred for life.
6 people are dead. More than a dozen others are hurt after a fire broke out at a downtown apartment building. It happened just after 4 this morning at the Alpine Motel Apartments near 9th and Ogden. That's where we find Fox 5's Tiana Bonner with the latest.
Well, what's left out here tells a daring story tonight. Black soot covering the front of this apartment building, shattered glasses on the ground from windows where people were determined to get out alive.
It was a big blaze and it was really chaotic. You know, people really wanted to get away with their lives. It was really a life or death situation.
I don't think there's anything that is more disturbing than to pull up on a 3-story building and seeing multiple people hanging out a window with heavy black smoke coming out of that building.
That's what firefighters saw when they got to the Alpine Motel Apartments early Saturday morning.
And the first thing that you think of is we've got to save those people because a fall 16 feet or higher can be fatal.
A pregnant woman among the many trying to escape.
So then they just started jumping, and once they started doing that, at a panic, I just started trying to help them, guide them down.
You cannot imagine how unbearable the conditions are inside of a building when it catches fire.
Firefighters treated people who inhaled the thick black smoke.
It's like being underneath water. You absolutely are not going to breathe. It's poison. Your lung automatically tries to reject it by coughing, and no matter how hard you try to take in a breath, your lung's not going to do it. You literally drown.
Firefighters were able to put out the flames quickly. They say it looks like the fire started in a first-floor apartment at a stove.
A lot of the people that lived in the building told the investigators that there was no heat and they were using their stove for heating.
6 people died in what investigators believe was an accident. People who got out told us they didn't have much of a warning.
The firefighters that I talked to says that they heard some smoke alarms going off, but they didn't hear any fire alarms going off.
Now, the Dangerous Building Task Force will be out here first thing Monday morning. They're going to look at possible code violations and what safety measures were in place. That team includes the city's building inspector and the fire marshal. Investigators will also wait for autopsy reports from the coroner in order to get a better idea of what happened here. Reporting live, Tiana Bonner, Fox 5 News, local Las Vegas.
All right, thanks, Tiana. The apartment was built in 1972. It was owned by Las Vegas Dragon Hotel. Damages estimated at $475,000. Melinda Muir is the co-owner of Alpine Motel Apartments. She said, in part, while scenes like this are hard to watch and even harder to forget, once again, I cannot express enough gratitude for our firefighters and first responders. At this time, I am unable to comment while the investigation is underway. And more than 30 people living at the Alpine Motel Apartments are without a home tonight, including a blind woman and her 16-year-old daughter. The two had to be rescued from a 3rd-floor window. Right now, all they have is each other.
Somebody's yelling, get out, to get out. And then they pounded on our door and said fire.
Cheryl Rogers and her teenage daughter, Ashley, share a moment in a local market. All they have is a trash bag with 2 blankets, their dog Sunny, and each other.
I'm holding back because if I don't, I'm going to cry uncontrollably because I've never been something like this before.
They wandered in after they had nowhere to go. Just a street over, their home, the Alpine Motel Apartments, had gone up in flames and smoke with them inside.
We were trapped. They opened the window and we were all sticking our head out yelling help. We were coughing because of the smoke in the way.
Cheryl is blind. Her daughter takes care of her. They were both sleeping when they heard the chaos.
Our alarm, no smoke, nothing went off. And then when we were getting ready to go out, I heard one smoke detector going off.
Some chose to jump from the windows. Firefighters had to rescue the mother and daughter and several others on the 3rd floor.
And then they told me to step up on a chair, and it took me out the window.
Cheryl and Ashley also lost their 2 cats. They questioned whether the building was up to code.
It's not livable. We've asked for a heater, and they said they didn't have any.
Now they're relying on the kindness of strangers, like Darren, who's a cashier at the Fremont Family Market. He's welcomed the family in. He's giving anyone who lost their home to the fire a free meal.
They need help. You got to stay strong for Vegas, and hopefully they will get the resources that they need. And if I can point them in the right direction, I'm here to help.
Cheryl and Ashley say that the Alpine Motel apartment is putting them up at a nearby motel for the night, but they're not sure where they're going to go for the long term.